Oh, hey, buddy. So, all right. Um, so I wanted to talk about the new Disney movie. It's a new Star Wars movie. On Disney, it's going to be on Disney Plus. It's called Skeleton Crew, right? And it's kind of interesting because I saw the preview and it kind of gives me a little bit kind of like Goonie vibes. And this cat is shaking everything. Hey, cat, what you doing, buddy? You gonna come greet the viewers? No? No, he's just gonna stay over there. Anyway. Oh, now you're gonna come and greet the... No? Okay. So... So real quick, let's just take a look at the preview and we'll go from there. So we're looking up Skeleton Crew. Skeleton... Yeah, new Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Oh, they have they have two different official trailers. Well, let's just watch this one.
What are you in for? What are you in for? I found something buried in the woods. Dad.
This is unacceptable. Do you understand?
What do you think it is? Don't touch anything. What did you do? We're lost. Really lost. Stay together. We just need some directions home.
Come on, kid. Pay up.
Whoa!
Where'd you two find an old Republic credit?
Over here, quick. I'll get you home. We'll make a partnership. But we have to move fast. I need you to take the controls.
Okay. Neil? Neil?
A crew of murderous pirates is coming.
Something's wrong.
They're not going to just turn up. We need to find them.
We're not alone down here.
Oh, be warned of booby traps. Pirates and mountains where none dare to go.
If you hear this, don't give up. No matter what.
Okay, so what I'm seeing from this is that it looks like it's kind of like I heard a comment, someone actually make a comment on another social media that when I first saw this that I thought really hit the nail on the head. They kind of made it kind of like a Goonies, you know, kind of a reference to Star Wars meets Goonies, and I think that's a pretty good way to put it. This is definitely outside of what normally Star Wars has done in the past. Of course, there's been a lot of different things going on with Star Wars this last decade just alone, especially with Disney buying out pretty much everything to do with Star Wars from Lucasfilm. What I can definitely say about this is the fact that it is more of a kind of a kids adventure movie. That's the kind of genre this is. That's what they're talking about. And even more interesting is the fact that it's just being introduced into the Star Wars universe. I think that's the part that really makes it really makes it stand out. I want to see if I can find more information on it. Close this up. So we already watched the preview, and of course it has Judd Law, which he's a well-known enough actor. But now we've got some new faces because we got these new child actors and actresses coming into this. I assume Ryan Kiera Armstrong is one of them. I don't know. Ravi Cabo Conyers? I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. I do not recognize this person. Okay, you need to go away. And I'm trying to kind of curious what this person's filmography is. Okay. American Horror Story, Firestarter. There was a Firestarter in 2022. I did not know that. I did not know they remade the movie. That's interesting. So she played Charlie. I assume she played Charlie. Well, that's what it said. So it said she played Charlie. The Sensitive Kind. Not familiar with it. So right now I'm not... Okay. Little bit of filmography going on here. So this child definitely has experience in acting, a lot of experience. But I can also tell from the trailer that definitely not a newbie to the acting realm. So I guess the point is we've got a Star Wars movie basically going into a kids adventure movie, and I'm kind of curious to see how this comes out. The one thing I can take away from it is I don't feel like they have skimped as much on the visual effects budget. There's a kitty cat. I don't feel like they've skimped as much on the visual effects budget as many Star Wars movies have as of late. I have noticed that their budgets kind of range all over the place. Even with the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, I feel like they really kind of skimped on the budget with that. It was great characters. You had Darth Vader. You had played by the late James Earl Jones, obviously the voice. Ewan McGregor playing Ben Kenobi. You had Christian Haydenson. He actually playing the role of Darth Vader, aka definitely Anakin Skywalker. I don't know if he wore the suit the whole time. Sorry, Hayden Christensen. I am so sorry. The funny thing is, he's actually not, from what I can tell, he seems like he's a pretty decent guy, and if you get to meet him in real life. Like if you look at any of his show spots and anytime he does like public viewing, he seems like he's a pretty down to earth, mellow guy. It does say he plays Darth Vader, so I assume he wore the suit. And the late James Earl Jones playing the voice of Darth Vader. I just felt like the budget was just not there, especially for a series. There's so many Star Wars series that had a lot better budget, had a lot, at least it seemed that way, like the visual effects were executed better. And when I'm thinking about the Skeleton Crew, it looks like they did a better job, at least from the preview. Again, it doesn't come out till December 3rd, so we don't know what's going to happen. I'm very curious to see the budget on, now we're talking about Kenobi, the Kenobi series. I don't see a budget for it. Probably because it doesn't go into theaters. They didn't really talk about the budget. But I again, good show. It wasn't a bad show. I just feel like it could have been executed a little better. But overall, I did enjoy it. But what are your thoughts on Skeleton Crew? That's what I want to know. What do you think about Skeleton Crew? What do you think? Do you think it's going to be good? Do you think it's going to be bad? I know a lot of people are not happy with how Disney has handled the Star Wars legacy, the Star Wars franchise. Keep in mind that it looks like Star Wars was kind of on this path of being sold to Disney even years before it was actually officially sold. I will say there are some movies that have come out that I thought were pretty good. Some movies I did not think were that good. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. Leave comments down below. What do you think it's going to be like? Do you think it's going to be good? Do you think it has potential? Do you think that it has no place in the Star Wars universe? Personally, I have a positive outlook on it. I have a positive feeling about what I think is going to how I think it's going to play out. This isn't a new plot line. We've seen this in other movies and other films. Again, like when they talked about the reference of it being like Goonies. It's a kid's adventure film, but it's set in the Star Wars universe, which I think is an interesting way to develop a new set of characters or a new storyline within the Star Wars universe. I'm just not much of a purist in these things anymore, because I just realized that film is a creative, evolving thing, and that's going to unfortunately be like that for any media. The more famous it gets, the more people know about it, the more there's going to be other people trying to dip their hands into it, trying to change things, trying to be taking it to a creatively different place. And that is just the nature of creative media. But if you like to see more of me, like kind of like doing these little reviews and things like that, I would greatly appreciate like and subscribe. I'm pretty generic. I try to keep myself kind of natural in these kind of situations. I'm not a big presenter. I just kind of like share my thoughts and what I think about it, and you can tell me your thoughts and what you think about it. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys.